I'm young at heart, I'll roll.
All right. C.
I'm younger at heart.
Yes. Those of us who
But not
may
right
not
now.
be so young at heart, we may have a healing or getting up service after. I'm going to ask a question, and then I'm going to tell a story, and then I'm going to try to answer that question. So, here is my question. Who is the most important person in this church?
God.
Jesus.
So let me tell you a story. Those of you who have been on planet Earth for a little bit of time have probably all shared in those seasons of temporary insanity that we call a diet, right? It's when all of a sudden we decide that we've really been wanting to eat styrofoam and cardboard and sawdust and weeds for our health. And even I had that moment of temporary insanity one time. And what's most frustrating about that is that when in the midst of all of this denial, where do I lose weight? Never where I want to. Do I lose it around the tummy? No, my fingers get thin. I'm like, these are not fat fingers, okay? I don't need to lose any weight with the fingers. And one Sunday night, while talking, I was animated, and I raised my hands, and I put my hands down on the back of a chair, and I did not hear the clink from my ring hitting the chair. My wedding ring was gone. Now, thankfully, Tina was present when that happened, and she saw the terrified look on my face, and she knew this is truly an accident. I had been hiking. I had been all over. And we looked, and we looked, and we looked for that wedding ring. 2 weeks went by, and we never found the wedding ring. And we finally got to where we were going to call the jeweler and place the order. Just before we did that, I remembered that there was something on the diet that I could eat that was mildly appetizing. Mozzarella cheese stick. I open the refrigerator, I pull out the drawer, and there is my wedding ring. My finger was so loose that apparently grabbing the cheese stick, my ring had fallen off.
Good thing it wasn't the cookie jar.
Good thing it wasn't the cookie jar. That's right.
That would be
Yeah. The Bible is full of stories of people who have lost things and give stories about trying to find them, desperately find them. And in those stories, sometimes it's a lost coin or sometimes it's a lost sheep. The intent of the message is to say God is looking for the lost. He is out searching for the lost to bring them home. So, I'm going to tell you who the most important person in this church is. It is that person, and that person, and all of the empty seats that we have around us. That is the most important person. So, we need to be thinking about that important person, praying about that important person, welcoming that important person into the family and into the household of God. So I'm going to say a prayer, and I like to do it this way, that I say something and then you repeat after me. So if I say, Dear God, you would say?
Dear God,
All right, very good. Dear God,
dear God,
thank you for loving me.
thank you for loving me.
Thank you for looking for me
Thank you for looking for me
every time I get lost.
every time I get lost.
Help me to remember your constant love.
Help me to remember your constant love.
In Jesus' name,
In Jesus' name,
amen.
amen.
You did good. Give them a hand.
Hey, we got him.